So we've got a 2010 Freelander 2 in, and as you can see, they've got this key here, which has seen better days, and I just want a new remote key. So we've got this one here. We're going to program this in at the moment. When we're pressing the lock and unlock, it doesn't do anything. When we put the key in the ignition, the key goes in and it rejects it back out and won't accept it. But with the original key that's a bit worn, you can push that in and it accepts the key. So I'm going to switch the ignition on by holding the start button down and then going through and using the programmer on the auto VIN search. We're using the Autel IM508 to do this. You can do it on the 608 also. So it's reading the VIN number, which it's got there, decoding the VIN number now to work out the make and model, and then it wants to confirm whether it's a bladed key or a semi-smart key. If it was a bladed key, we would have an ignition barrel here to put the key, but there's no ignition barrel here. Semi-smart, yes, because it's not a fully smart key, because if it was, we could put this key in our pocket and push button start, so it's not a full smart key. We have to put the key in the slot there, so it's classed as a semi-smart or a slot key because it fits in the slot. So semi-smart, Freelander 2 before 2012, semi-smart, yes. So that's going through. And we're going to go on the IMO scan. The start button's already been pressed because the ignition's already on. So that's scanning through the vehicle, checking for fault codes. There's one fault in the system, which would probably be that I tried that unprogrammed key, so I'm just going to delete that off, and now it's passed with no faults. Mobiliser matching. We'll have a look at the number of keys in the system. Currently 1, which is that one in the ignition barrel. So press OK. What we're going to do is add a new smart key, which is this one here. So this function is applicable to adding new smart keys. The learnt smart key will be inoperative if this feature is not performed. So basically, if you don't use this feature, we can't use this on the vehicle, and we want to use that on the vehicle, so we need to go and press yes. We want to continue. At least one learnt smart key is required. Do you want to continue? We've got a learnt smart key in the ignition because we can get the ignition on. So yeah, we'll continue. Insert the learnt key into the key slot and switch the ignition on. We've already done that because we've got the original old key in there and the ignition on. We know the ignition's on because the fuel gauge is up, so that's fine. So we're going to press OK. Number of keys in the system currently is 1, okay, which is the one that's in the ignition. Turn the ignition off, so you're going to press that start button, turn the ignition off, and then press OK. Remove the key from the slot, so we're going to take this key out of the slot. So that's the original out of the slot. I'm going to pop that down there and press OK. Insert the learnt key into the slot again. So the learnt key is this one. That needs to go back in here into the slot and press OK. Do you want to learn the next one? Yes. Remove the key from the slot and have the other one to hand. So we're going to take this one out. And have a key on you to hand, so press OK. Insert it within 10 seconds. If it's rejected, insert it again. So it's rejected, so I'll insert it again. This is normal. We'll reject the key. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you're inserting that 10 times, well, 10 or more times, and it won't accept that key, it's just popping it back out. So that means when you're pushing that in, it's rejecting it back out. Then what we need to do is just press OK anyway. It says, is the key fully inserted? No, so it's not fully inserted. It keeps rejecting it, so we're going to press no. Insert the key again. see it's held and the ignition's coming on. So we press OK. Is the key now fully inserted, and did it make that little the bleep for the ignition? So press yes. The smart key has been learnt successfully, verified. Do you want to learn the next one? No. Turn the ignition on. So holding the start button. That's the ignition on. Stop that bleeping. And then press OK. Operation completed. Press OK, and that's it. We can pull this out now. The ABD. This is the original. That's the other one. I'm just going to start from outside the vehicle and test them. So we've got the original. That will lock and unlock. It's the horn's going off because the bonnet's open. Lock and unlock. So that bleeps the horn's going off. That's because the bonnet's open, just to warn you that you left the door open. So that's all working on that. Move that out of the way. And now just to test these two keys. So we'll test with the original first. That was working anyway. So pop that in and see if it'll start. So it starts and runs absolutely fine. Switch the ignition off. Take the key out. Put that one out of the way. Now we've got the new key that we've just added. Pop that in the ignition. Put the clutch down. Push button start. Yeah, and that starts and runs with no issues. So start the car, take the ignition out, key out the ignition, and that's it, all done. So all in all, it's around about 5-10 minute job to add this key to the vehicle. Yeah, there's a pull out key on this. All smart keys have pull out keys. We're going to pull that blade out, cut the key to match on this one, and it's all good to go.